Welcome everyone to this seminar and discussion arranged by ACT Church of Sweden. My name is Henrik Fröjmark and I'm the Director of Communications and Advocacy on ACT Church of Sweden. And it's such a privilege to welcome you to this discussion. And I'm going to use one of the most overused words to introduce a seminar, and that's the word important. But I would really like to stress that this discussion is indeed an important discussion. We're going to talk about this book, which is called White Saviorism in International Development. We're going to talk about white saviorism, and I will explain a little bit about what that means. The church, being a church, and development aid. And as a Swede, I think it's also important to recognize that the word racism in itself is something that we have for decades shunned away from. And I think we will touch a little bit on that in the discussion as well. But it's so important that we dare speak about these questions. So do we dare to talk about racism and power in development cooperation? And white saviorism, meaning that people of power, affluent people, and systems based in high-income countries, such as Sweden, for example, must save other countries, must save people in low-income countries. And I think this is so interesting also in the international development, because even if a lot of things has changed over the years, over the close to 20 years that I've been part of this sector, I think it's still true that so much of international development is based on the notion that it's us sending money or resources to people we, as a general rule, don't trust. So it's built in this notion of us and them. And this is what we're going to discuss based on this book. We're also going to touch a bit about what roles religion have in reinforcing or maybe counteracting this idea of white saviorism today and historically. And just to say a few words about this book, I think it's a must-read for anyone working within the sector, and it's a must-read, I would say, for anyone wanting to touch on this subject. And I would encourage you as listeners to do just that. To listen to the conversations, to listen to the lived experiences of our panelists, to read and listen to the lived experience of the people contributing to this anthology. And even if we only have 40 minutes, I hope that this is what we're going to do today. We're going to start to listen. We're going to start the conversation. We're going to touch upon a very complex discussion. And to do this,